I ain't mad at that.
By the way, this is going to be a theme, and the producers, y'all understand this right now. There's some names, receivers and offensive linemen, that are not going to make this team. They got a bunch of linemen that have played for the Browns. Some of them, see, when Ethan Poches came back, now you have Nick Harris who could play a little bit of guard. But you got your 5 that will make the team, right? The 5. Now, how many linemen do you think that they will carry into camp or in the season?
Into the season?
At least 9.
I think Michael Dunn makes it because he's versatile and can play multiple spots.
Okay, so that's 6.
Nick Harris, I'm not sure if he can play guard or not. I don't know. I don't know if he's big enough to play guard.
Well, how big is he? What's his size?
He played guard.
He got to be at least 6'3".
He played guard a little bit last year, the year before.
He was drafted with the idea of a center guard, but I'm not sure internally that they view him as someone who can play
so
guard.
you like Michael Dunn. You got James Hudson at left tackle.
James Hudson's staying.
Hudson's staying.
He's
so
he got cooked again.
Yeah, he did.
2 years in a row.
They should redshirt him. They should redshirt him against Pittsburgh. So
2 years in a row.
You've already got Michael Dunn. You got James Hudson at 7. Now, if you skipping over Nick Harris as a maybe,
I think Harris is a maybe.
Drew Forbes, who's played a little bit here, and then you got DeJuan Jones. Now they picked DeJuan Jones.
DeJuan Jones is on this team.
So that's 8 right there.
They picked him and they picked Nick. Not Nick.
It may come down to Forbes or Dunn.
What's the center from Old State?
But they got Luke Whippler.
Whippler.
Yeah.
Luke Whippler.
Yeah.
What was he? A 6th round, 7th round?
Yeah. I mean, he could be pre-squad. But it depends on how they view Nick Harris. If Nick Harris can play swing the guard, then he would just serve as a center.
Now they gave some guaranteed money, I believe, to the gossip guy, Wes Martin, excuse me. Tyrone Wheatley Jr. is at the other tackle.
I actually forgot about Forbes when I said Michael Dunn. I think it's probably an either or between those guys.
So they got a couple guys name brands that we know there. Then you look at the receivers. This to me is like the craziest part. You got Amari Cooper, you got Donovan Peoples-Jones, you got Elijah Moore. There's 3 right there. Tillman they just drafted. That's 4. Goodwin probably make it as 5. But then you get here, Jakeem Grant.
This is why I just said David Bell better come on out and do something.
Well, I got yelled at before because I don't think Jakeem Grant's making this team.
He's not.
Where were you when I was getting accosted?
He's a kick returner.
Yeah.
They just got rid of kick returns. He's a punt returner. DPJ just took one to the house, and he's trying to get paid.
How many receivers when you were,
and on top of that, you still got Demetric Felton. So if DPJ can't do it, Felton is still there, and he serves as a running back.
How many? Go ahead.
6.
So you think 6 receivers?
It's always 6.
They could squeeze a 7.
No, then you getting rid of a tight end.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on 6. I think it's 6.
Well, in that case,
I mean, P Squad is open and there is no age restriction no more.
Let's run through the 6. Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Cedric Tillman. That's 4.
Goodwin
is 5.
David Bell.
Probably David Bell.
David Bell will be a 6.
And who are we leaving out of that?
Schwartz Grant,
Jalen Darden,
Foley,
Jakeem Grant,
not Foley.
Michael Woods is on IR. Dalen Baldwin will get cut. Mike Hartley Jr.
Hartley, wasn't it Hartley, right?
Mike Hartley Jr. And Rashawn Henry. Now, that means, all right, well, is you keeping Felton as a running back or receiver?
Running back.
He's a running back.
Because in worst case scenario, he can still play the slot. That's why it says when you're versatile and you can play multiple positions, that's what makes you more valuable at the next level. But don't forget, P Squad is still open. Like a Mike Hartley can still play P Squad. Michael Woods can play P Squad. All these people can play P Squad. And you can. I think what is it like 12 people now?
They just bumped it up. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's like 14 people can play or be on your practice squad. And then on top of that, now they got the quarterbacks where you can have 2 on the roster and 1 as an emergency. So you got 3, so all 3 of them can make it.
Yeah.
Quiet as kept. The defensive line room is a little more crowded than we thought.
It is.
You talked about Hurst. You talked about Hill. Now you got young guys. And they still got Jordan Elliott penciled in here. You know what? I'm gonna have to talk to y'all about that. But anyway,
he gonna have to show it.
So I don't necessarily believe he's just starting, but I do think he'll make the team.
Jordan Elliott?
Yeah,
he'll make the team.
You gotta have at least 2 or 3 D. see, that's the thing, because Zadarius is playing D tackle.
So how many do you think D linemen make this roster?
Usually it's like 6.
So 6?
Usually like 6, like 5 or 6.
Oh, D tackle. You said D tackle.
You talking about D tackle or D line? I'm including all of the positions.
All D line.
Yeah.
Ends and tackles. How many they keep?
I think it's higher than 6.
It got to be higher than 6.
It's like
8.
Yeah.
8.
So if you
Because
keep
you need a pair for each one.
So Myles Garrett, Jordan Elliott, Dalvin Tomlinson, Zadarius Smith. So that's 4 right there. Now the ends, they draft the ends. They got Alex Wright from last year. So he's a 3rd-round pick. I don't know if they want to cut him.
They not.
Siaki Ika is he's 3rd-round pick.
He ain't going nowhere.
He's here.
Maurice Hurst, they haven't penciled in.
That's a good one.
And Obo is the other one. Now that's
8.
That's 8 right there.
So, but they got McGuire too, who they drafted.
So they got Isaiah Thomas, Tristan Hill, Perrion Winfrey, and Isaiah McGuire.
And Tommy Togiai, don't forget.
And keep going.
He'd be selling insurance.
Jordan Elliott.
Tommy Togiai. They got Sam Kamara. These are just down the line. Lonnie Phelps. These look like camp bodies. But listen, bro, that 3rd stanza I just kicked out.
It's gonna be interesting. That detail, whoever making the way this preseason is, you got to get some sacks. Or you got to be getting TFLs or something.
Isaiah Thomas, I like his skill. Tristan Hill is a guy because he can be.
Isaiah Thomas made this roster because of his.
And Isaiah McGuire just got picked. So my thing is, I named 12 guys. 4 of them can't make this roster.
Well, what I like about everything that we talking about is that they did exactly what you needed to do. You need to bring in stiff competition because competition makes players rise above. There will be no gray area. You either gonna make it or you ain't. You either better than that guy or you not. And they probably put it to where like that's the dude that you're going against right there. It's probably black and white. You got to beat him for your spot. And now you going out there on game day. Now it makes the preseason more interesting. It's more intense. There's more stuff on the line. That's what I liked as an undrafted guy right there because it was intense. The season come around, I might not play because I'm on special teams. But during the preseason, I'm trying to be all pro in the preseason because that's the only way you're gonna make the roster.
It does scare me as I look at this. The cupboards are stocked on those positions. They be stocked well. But these backers, it's the same old same.
I'm worried about my old state secondary guys, man. They got some undrafted guys.
Walker, Phillips, Taki, and that's it.
What you think about Phillips though? Phillips has been hurt. I know that
Phillips is highly productive when he's healthy. He has brain farts and he got brain farts and then he get hurt. But when the game he came in when what was it, Pittsburgh or Cincinnati? He had like 12 tackles or something like that. It was something ridiculous. Yeah. But then he'd go next week and don't do anything. His consistency not good and he just be sometimes just tripping. I don't know. When he on and he locked in, you got to really dumb down what his responsibility is. Like he can't think about nothing else. I need to know this is what I got. No matter what they come out in, no matter what pieces move, it need to be just this.
You could say that about a few of the guys.
Well,
JOK needs to be. They need to stop putting him at will to put him at the Sam and let him be the athletic guy that he is. Be in space, come off the edge, drop in coverage or drop the buzz and be able to play that hook or that corner route. Like that's where he needs to be utilized. Y'all keep trying to put him in the box and DeQuell points out how his footwork ain't good. You can't cross over in the box. You got to shuffle and then you got to just go on the lateral movement. He's not strong enough to use his hands. So when they get up on him, he's basically a safety. Once a lineman make contact with a safety, you ain't getting off of that. So it's like now you got to fix the D tackles. Hopefully that they never touch him. He don't use his hands to get off. So it's just like.
So Tyve, I got a question. I think I've asked you this before. When it comes to Jock and Taki, I think you feel like that they're both have been playing out of position.
Yeah, they need to flip them.
You've seen them actually play other positions. They play well. How do you work that out when you re-sign an Anthony Walker and then you got a Jacob Phillips coming back off of injury, but you've seen Taki and Jock actually play better in other linebacker roles?
Well, what you do is you hire Tyvis Powell and you listen to me when I tell you where they should be playing at because like I said, I only played 4 years in the league, but I've been playing football for about 19 years, so I kind of know a thing or two. But when it comes to the signing, you pretty much know who you got. I mean, Anthony Walker will be the starter of this team because of the respect that he has for his peers, because of the work that he puts in. But he has to come in there and he has to show that injury didn't handicap him in any way.
I wouldn't play him.
He has to show it at some point because you paid him to come back. He got to go out there. You got to be confident to know that this guy, one, it's a couple of ways you could be the starting linebacker. You got to know that playbook inside and out. I'm talking about if the D tackle is a shade off, you got to be able to get him in place. You got to be a coach on the field.
There we go.
2, you got to have your instincts should be out of this world. You should be looking at the formation, at the play from your film study. You should be telling everybody, this is what's about to happen. If you can do that, that keeps you there. Or 3, you better be the most athletic linebacker in the history of the game that you can run around. You can go underneath blocks, stuff that you shouldn't do. Go underneath blocks but still chase the ball down. That's the 3 ways that you should be able to make it.
He's not doing the third one.
No,
so he better do
the third one's not happening.
He got 1 and 2. To me, he's the most important non-superstar in the team. Like, if he gets hurt again, we are finished.
You talking about Anthony Walker?
Yes, he cannot get hurt.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's just
I need him out there.
Our linebacker position, they got to get smarter. That's just what it is.
I don't know if you can do that at 25 times.
No, you got to study the game. Like
either you got that or you don't.
You have to demand that these guys watch tape, study it, give you a full report of what happens. When formations come out, they should have a great idea of what's coming. Run game and pass game. Linebacker is hard because you got to know both what's going to happen in the run and you got to know what's going to happen in the pass game. You got to be able to alert these guys and let them know what's coming. If you ain't talking, if you ain't saying nothing, then you just playing the play. You reacting.
Don't you feel like that? I feel like, you tell me this, I feel like a lot of what you do as a safety, a lot of what you do as a linebacker is instinctual.
Yes, but you should know, you got to have an idea.
Now, you do have to have an idea.
I need to have it. Like, for me, when I played, I study so much tape that when I was out there, I see information come out. Now, granted, I only had to worry about the pass because I was playing in the secondary. When information came out, I can say, hey, this is the concept they're running. You need to know when they go against your defensive scheme, whatever we in cover 2, cover 1, cover 3, whatever we in, what do they show? Because the quarterback know what you're in. What do they show when they see this coverage? What is the route combinations that we getting out of this formation when they see this coverage? When we in cover 1, they're running man beaters. So they're going to run rub routes if they're in a bunch or something like that. You should know exactly what it is. The secondary should be able to talk about it. Hey, we going to lock up the point. We going to in and out the outside. Or if it's a stack, hey, I'm going to take the guy in the back. You're going to take the guy in the front. What do they run out of stacks? That's what you should know. If you don't know that, then I don't know what else you got going on.
But that's at safety. At linebacker, you got pass
and run. That's what I'm saying. It's tough.
But here's the thing. Like, we keep talking about linebacker responsibilities. It's been made very clear. In Jim Schwartz's system, the linebacker is the least important position.
Yes.
It's up front and it's in the back.
Correct.
So what is different about Jim's position?
Because he does a great job with his D-line of running these stunts and stuff that it clogs up a lot of the holes.
Just cause chaos up front.
Yes. So what an offense can't account for is one of your D linemen or one of their offensive linemen getting completely beat. If they get beat, like, there's nothing we can do. You could draw it up in any way, but if your D lineman is winning and getting in the backfield, that causes chaos. Now the running back is stopping his feet, which then allows the linebackers to get the flow or stuff like that. Yeah. Like, that's what Jim Schwartz harps on, is that he going to cause so much chaos on the D line that it's going to erase a lot of mistakes that happen. So now linebackers are free because if they can't double team this D lineman because he's in the backfield. So now you're taking 2 guys, essentially the linebacker's free. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's type of stuff.
Well, I'll be interested to see what it's going to be. I think one reason, Jason, even though this is a preseason, it will be interesting. I think even more interesting than basketball is because the Browns do have depth now. And now you're going to see some of these camp battles that could be interesting, especially when you got the whole team and they cut you at once. We're gonna see a lot of guys getting some playing time, and hopefully we get to see Deshaun Watson in the rest of the offense. Earl, let's get to our next topic.